And we are live. We're gonna go visit the farm. I don't know why I have farm on my mind. So I was gonna do a sunset, but there's sun glare on the freeway and the traffic is backed up. I'm not gonna make it. Hey babe. Hey sweetie. Look at you. Aren't you pretty? Hello. Hello. Hi. I don't have any food. Hey, heads up, what's up? We're visiting the farm. Are you watching the I can't remember this chick's channel for the life of me. Something farmhouse. Your community post is still up. Take it down. I'm going live every night. I got the StreamYards Unlimited just for you. Okay, look at the baby. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Look at this one. Hey, Jackie. Lisa. Hold on. Look at the baby. Oh my God. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. I want to take it home. Oh no, 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 no. Come back out. Frilly Farmhouse. Yeah. Yep. I'll be going live tonight. Farmhouse, Green Acre lady, whatever she is. She still needs to take that community post down unless she has absolute proof that YouTubers called CPS on Mummy's Scamblings. And I'm not letting this go. Not letting it go. You don't make accusations like that. Make a community post. But I got a little bit more information about her. We'll talk about it tonight. I got a little bit more information about you, Farmhouse. Hey, Mary. How are you? Good to see you. All right, I want the baby to come out. Go get your little sibling. That's not the baby. Is it? Hi, sweetie. Hello. Hi. Oh. Let me zoom out. Hi. Go get your sibling in there. Oh my God. You guys just missed it. These goats jump crazy. Hey, Tobert, how are you? Oh, thanks, Tobert. I appreciate that. What you eating? Oh, how's that leaf? I'm hungry too. You like leaves? It's good fiber. Shoot, he's such a cute little baby. How do you do a goat call? So yeah. So it seems like Farmhouse, whatever her name is, likes the drama and likes to flip-flop and do shit behind the scenes. But we'll talk about it tonight. Yo, how's that taste? Go get your sibling or your kid. All right. Watch them jump. Come on, baby. Cecile, where the hell have you been? I haven't seen you. Where have you been? I haven't seen you. Where have you been? What channels have you been? It's like Netflix documentary, like miniseries out there on YouTube land. And you know what I was thinking today? It's really sad that the YouTubers that came within the past year or two never have had a good experience on YouTube. Like they've never bonded like like we did, the OGs, where we never fought. We always had fun get-togethers. They never had that. Never had it. And now I guess, I don't know, this creative granny's watching. Someone was texting her, threatening her family. She had to get up, get a hotel. I'm like, you know what? People, this is what happens when you get involved in the drama now. You start talking about other people, you're opening yourself up for a lot of real life stuff. So, you know, if you can't take it, get off the tube. If you're that scared, get off the... They're hateful. Oh, yeah, I don't like... Look at... I want them to all go. And what's with Michelle Sabate? She's been MIA for 24 hours. Okay, come on. Come on. You got an itch? Does that feel good? Does that feel good? Oh. Come on. Oh, that was just a regular jump. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi. How are you? Ooh. Yeah. He's got some tongue action. Sweet. Hey. Hi. So I was just at the mall. Okay. I don't go to the mall that often. I actually bought my first Christmas gift for somebody. Is that the baby? No, not yet. Hi. You're speckled. Oh, speckled. Hi, sweetie. Hi. I want to see the baby. Hello. I didn't know goats like leaves. The crispy treat. The crispy treat. Well, I guess the baby, I think she's pregnant. This one over here. I know, aren't they cute? She looks pregnant. All right, let's go back to the car so I can charge my phone. I went to the mall. Got my first Christmas gift. I went to Bath and Body. Brought some hand sanitizers. This one, frosted cranberry. I am addicted to these. They're always there, everywhere. In my pocketbook, in my pockets, in my pants. It's a little creek, a crook, creek. The sun is going down. It's getting... I heard... I keep hearing every year they're getting rid of daylight savings, but I heard they might do it next year. They actually might do it. So... My sunflower tree has about 6 blossoms on it so far. This is the last week of good weather. Let me just get the case out. So, hold on. Technical difficulties. Jeez. Okay. Orientation. Come on, I did. Orientation is locked. Okay. Let me get my glasses so I can actually see you guys. Wow, 42 people. I'm upside down. Hold on. Jeez. No. Yes. Come on. Rotate back. Oh, no. Well, all right. My charger's on the other side. I have no idea. This is going to come out upside down. My camera. Okay, it's over there. Oh, okay. Ladybug. Hello, all. I am here, but just going to listen. You're laying down for a bit. Carla, hello. Well, enjoy your little nappy. So I'm going to go live tonight. I don't know what time. I did purchase StreamYards Unlimited for you, Miss Farmhouse Green Acres lady, because we got a lot to talk about. You know, we're going to talk about CPS callers and why it's a crime to call in a false report. We're going to talk about mandated reporters who call in, okay, under their license, okay? And I would suggest, Farmhouse, that if you think, well, obviously you feel YouTubers made the CPS call to MRB, why don't you, again, show us the proof. Do a little digging. Be an investigator. Okay? Hope to catch. Heavens to Betsy, how are you? You're a mandated reporter too. Yeah. Now, let me ask your opinion. Would you like it if someone falsely accused you? Because she first tagged me and BBT. We're both mandated reporters. Now, would you like it to have someone falsely accuse you as a mandated reporter to make a fake CPS call? Is it worth your license? Is it worth your career? Hey, let it go. Right, not at all. I be livid. Absolutely. Well, I'm livid. Let it go. How have you been? Florida, Gray Lady. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. I got my Gatorade. Ooh, I picked up a new game. Not new. I've had the first version. A YouTuber sent it to me a couple of years ago. This one is called I Should Have Known That. And they're questions that you should know. we can figure out. Let me just read a couple of them just for game night. I was hoping that there was another version of Never Have I Ever. They've never put out like other editions except the same one. And Never Have I Ever, the sexy version. The 18 plus version. All right, let me open this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Find a good one. According to the legend, what happened to everything that King Midas touched? Hey, Steph. According to the legend, I sound far away. Okay, hold on. All right. I just disconnected my Bluetooth. I hope that's better. Turns to gold. Yes. 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 You are correct. Okay. Is a penguin a bird? Yes or no? Is a penguin a bird? Hey, Tolbert. Merb got a big box delivered, allegedly. A big box of what? More junk? More junk? Napkins? Shells? No. Okay, yeah. Is a penguin a bird? Yes, it is, but it cannot fly. Subtract 7 points if you answered incorrectly. We're not going to do that. No, no, no. Everyone's a winner here on Pink Side. Everyone's a winner. How long did Sleeping Beauty sleep for? How long did Sleeping Beauty sleep for? A box of Emma's. Ooh. Sexy Merb. So what's in the box? You know, it's Pandora's box. That's what it is. She's going to open it up and all these snakes and bats will come flying out. It's a metaphor. 100 years. Yes, you are correct. I wish I had my bullhorn. You are correct. Sleeping Beauty slept for 100 years. How many stomachs does a cow have? We're not sure. Mer posted it. Yeah. You watch October? Don't go watching it. Don't give reviews. She's tanking as it is. 3. No. Close. But yet so far. Suburban Hillbilly, yes. 4. 4, yes, Teresa. Cecile, 5. Close, but yet so far. Yeah, why do you watch her? Like, I'd rather have needles stuck in the sclers of my eyeballs, okay, than watch her. What prestigious prize have the authors Harold Pinter, Orhan Pamuk, and Toni Morrison all won? What prestigious prize have the authors Harold Pinter, Orhan Pamuk, P-A-M-U-K, Pamuk, and Toni Morrison win? You've watched Merb to bore me to sleep. She doesn't look good. It's even hard, even to watch her. I mean, you go back to her beginning videos, she's very thin. Very thin. Pulitzer. No, you really didn't. Her thumbnail. She just snipes at Davida like a child. She's after Davida? Is she mentioning Davida? She needs to leave people alone. Alice Cooper's more attractive. She's under 1,000 views. I suspect drama soon. Yeah, she used to rag on me for not having views. And I was just like, I don't think so. I get views and I don't even have to talk about her. And plus, I don't depend on YouTube, Merb, for views. That's an addiction. If you're focused on views, Merb, you've got a problem. You've got a problem. She's so jelly, beautiful and tell. Is she after Davida? Did she mention Davida? Because if so, I'll watch that video. Hey, Rabbit Dog, how are you? Did anyone answer it? It's the Nobel Prize in Literature. Do you know my son got a poem in middle school into a literature book? I forget the name of it, but it's a big deal book for younger people. And my son ended up, like me, majoring in English literature. And this book of literature spelt his school name wrong in the town that we lived in at the time wrong. A book of literature. Can you believe it? Hey, Pink, why are you speaking through a gramophone? Am I in a gramophone? What the hell is a gramophone? Can you hear me all right? Not by by name, but Davita's Mackenzie's child and about Hobby Lobby. Merb, stop it. Just stop. All right? Stop it. Doesn't get you anywhere. Nowhere. You're not looking good these days. Try self-care. Self-care, Merb. Oh, I had my Bluetooth on, Rabbit. Probably why. Yeah, say it to my face, Merb. Oh, wow. Oh, no. What is the capital of Australia? Hey, Robbie. How are you? What is the capital of Australia? I have no idea. I have no idea. Melbourne. No. Rabbit dog. Canberra. Am I saying that right? Yes, you are correct. Canberra. Or Canberra? Victoria. No. You're enjoying the weather. Yes, it's very seasonable here. It's been in the 60s, 70s, but next week it'll be winter. Bebop, hello. What gives wine its red color? Ooh. What gives wine its red color? All the leaves are off the trees, too. Crappy scenery. Very ominous. Let's go in the woods. Let's go in the woods. The skin. Yes, you are correct. The grape skin. I wouldn't have known that. I would have been like red dye number 2. Rabbit dog, you did a great show last night. I need to watch part 1. Oh, yeah, me too. I was live last night. What quote do we associate with Uncle Sam? What quote do we associate with Uncle Sam? It is awesome. I could listen to his storytelling endlessly. Did anybody, I guess Blowhard Betty was live today. You know, I popped in for a little bit, and I'm convinced she's very grandiose in her thinking and delusional. And I couldn't help ask myself, what did she accomplish since she's back home? What was it? Oh, did I answer the question? It's I want you for the Army. Yes, I want you. What was it that she actually accomplished? So I was curious because she's so delusional. She really believes everything she comes up with. She told off the cops. I mean, she's awful. And then I looked up, and I want to maybe touch base on it tonight on my live stream through a podcast, the toxicity of social media. But people who talk about themselves a lot, and I hate talking about myself. I mean, I might say, yeah, this happened, but people like Molly, Betty, what they get from that is a dopamine rush. Literally. It makes a person feel good to always talk about themselves, thus giving them that temporary high from the dopamine in the brain. And I found that very interesting. And then they conclude that basically people with low self-esteem will often talk about themselves all the time. And that's what I figured out with Betty. And I don't know what she did with her makeup today, but did you notice like the white like raccoon eyes, but it was white. Like she put highlighter, but 5 shades too light to match her skin tone. She looked like a clown. She protests in front of houses. Look, if anyone said to me, we're going to protest in front of Betty's house or Molly's house, you let me know. I'll go. I'll go. I really will. I would love to do that. You finally got the answer right. Everyone's a winner here, Daniel. Everybody's a winner here. What is the largest city in South America by population? I have no idea. What is the largest city in South America by population? No cheating. No Googling. Use your brain. Brazil. No. Good guess, though. Good guess. Rio. No. No. In fact, I'd never heard of this place. You didn't look. Good guesses, though, everyone. You give up. You give up. Begins with an S. S, like snake. It's a compound kind of word. It's 2 words. T. No. Good guess, though, Dory. Okay. Obviously, nobody knows it, which is okay. Sap payola. Close. Now, if you were on Wheel of Fortune, you would have lost, but you're winning on my channel. Yes. It's SAO Paulo. Hey, Steph. SAO Paulo. Sao Paulo. I never heard of it either. Right, let it go. I never heard of it. A CEO is the director of a company. What does the acronym CEO stand for? What does the acronym CE, not CVS? I know I've done that plenty of times. CEO sounds like Palo Santo, unless it's a misprint. Chief Executive Officer. Yes, Suburban Billy, you are correct. We'll do one more. What keyboard shortcut is used to save documents? What keyboard shortcut is used to save a document? Yes, Daniel. Sao Paulo. Anybody following Foodie Beauty in her trip to Kuwait? Central A. No. Close, but yet so far. The Central is right. Yes, Chief Executive Officer. But to save a document, what are the keyboard thingies? What's the keyboard shortcut used to save a document? I figured out Central plus V equals paste. It only took me 25 years. You say it like Sao Paulo. Control and S. Correct. And a good way to remember that is S is for save. Okay? S is for save. Now, I don't know what Control and V for paste with V. I like word association. V. You would think it would be Control and P, but no, it's Control and V. So, Foodie Beauty, I never used to follow her until I got wind that she was marrying a Muslim guy from Kuwait. Very quick marriage. Nobody believed it. Everyone was speculating. Well, she's there, apparently. And she showed Salah, who, yes, control of that, Salah, who's now her husband. Foodie Beauty has shown her ring. It looks like 18 karat white gold, maybe. Just a simple band, has a little design in it. I don't see any rock. Where's the rock, Salah? Where is the rock? And if you ask me my opinion, thank you, I will offer it. I believe he is looking for citizenship into Canada, where Foodie Beauty is from. Now, someone brought up a good point, that Foodie Beauty cannot sponsor him when they come back to Canada because she has an open bankruptcy record through the courts in Canada. If you have a bankruptcy, you cannot support, oh my God, what's the word? You cannot sponsor a person from another country, even if you're married to them. And I don't know. I don't think Foodie Beauty looked into that. And if they didn't, Sal is screwed. But apparently, word has it he has family in Canada. I don't believe it. I don't believe he loves her. They knew each other, 2 weeks? He flew out. She flew out to Kuwait. In my opinion, because I'm half Middle Eastern, she is a disgrace to Islam. I don't even think she's picked up the Quran. I don't even think, she's like, well, I haven't converted. Well, then why are you wearing the hijab? Maybe to hide her alopecia? I don't know, but knowing what I know from Foodie Beauty, she's an absolute disgrace. And if you notice, Salah takes her to places that are very empty. You don't see people around as if he's ashamed of her. He took her to the desert with power line towers out in the background. He brought her to Burger King. Let me tell you something. If you're going to marry me, you got to take it a step up. Burger King? Really? Burger King? Takeout. So I've noticed he's not bringing her to crowded places or with any people around. It's really eerie. It's like, I can't believe, I know how this gig works. I have been approached over the years, not lately, probably because I'm too old now, by families and men who need their citizenship or need to get into the United States. And they offer you money, and they're cheap. I'm just like, you want me to marry your nephew for $3,000? Are you kidding? So if you're going to do it, at least ask for, I'd say $80,000, $100,000. But it's also against the law. What they do is they come, they put their clothes in your closet to make it look like you lived there, but when they investigate, they'll ask you things like, what's your husband's favorite color? Talk to me about your mother-in-law. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. And part of me, it's really sad because there's nothing in this for Foodie Beauty. Nothing. And I think she's going to have a rude awakening. He could at least take her to Pizza Hut. You think? At least Pizza Hut. Come on, Salah. Cheap bastard. Cheap bastard. And, you can tell by his body language. And granted, you're not to show public affection in Kuwait. If you're not, they're married now, but you still shouldn't. But even when they're in places that are empty, no one's around, you could see the distance between him and Foodie Beauty. I just don't, you just don't fall in love with someone and marry them in 2 weeks like that. I'm sorry. Um, it might happen to someone, and they're still married 50 years later. That's great, but it's not common. It's not typical. Um, and who doesn't want to come to the United States or to Canada from these countries? Um, so I think it's a whole big scam. Um, a lot of people think Foodie Beauty is playing along with it. I don't see what the advantage of what would she gain from this? Nothing. She's making less money on YouTube because she's not making videos as much. She's not going live as much. She's not being outrageous. So now she's like this proper woman, and all of a sudden, like, my life is changing. No, it doesn't work like that. We all know how Foodie Beauty, her personality is. She's probably dying to just rip off that hijab and shove food down her throat like she normally does. That's okay. That's all right, Bebop. Foodie Beauty, it's fake, all fake. It's just a holiday cash grab. There's no amount of money in the world that you could give me and have me fly out to Kuwait. Now, there's no proof they are married. There is absolutely no proof. Anyone can get rings and put them on. It could be an engagement ring, because engagements are very important in these countries. It's a big deal. The family's there. It's like a wedding reception if you've got, and I've gone to plenty engagement parties for my Middle Eastern friends, family, and it's bigger than a wedding, the celebration. And that's where you get your money and your gold and the dowry, so to say. What's Foodie Beauty's dowry? Like, what? What does she have to offer? So it's just, it will come to light eventually. But she's not gaining views. I just, nah. I really think she thinks she's married. She has very low self-esteem. And she's into Middle Eastern guys. She must, the accents. Who doesn't love an accent, right? I used to tell my husband, who was Middle East, well, he was more Asian. He was a little further away than the Middle East, where he was born. I didn't meet him in his country. He was in America for a long time. I would always say to him, talk to me in Persian. I don't care if you call me a mother, bleep, 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 bleep. Tell me off. Just talk to me in your language. And I would melt. And she's really not of childbearing years. And it's very important in Islam to be able to have children. So he's not benefiting, from her. And she's very overweight. And I don't even think she's capable of getting pregnant at this point. I think she would have infertility issues. So what do you guys think? Do you think that she's just being completely blindsided? And if you don't believe it, then what do you think is in it for her? To actually get married to somebody where she's risking going to prison if the authorities find out it's a fake marriage. Is it worth the money? But I don't think he gave her a lot of money. The guy took her to Burger King. He takes her to the desert, which looked like, it was horrible if you saw it. It had these big towers in the back for electricity, and there was nothing beautiful about it. It's like he wanted her hidden from the public. And he took her up these towers today, and again, nobody was around. Nobody. Hey, Betsy. Hey, Ivy Lynn. So we could talk about Foodie Beauty. There's no way that Foodie Beauty would ever be accepted by his family, being from a Muslim culture. No way. No way. They would disown him. Literally. They would disown him. And when Muslims disown you, some Muslims, well, no, that's the Jewish faith, religion. They've been known to put obituaries in the paper when they disown their child. Muslims, you don't see a lot of obituaries at all. They don't even put in obituaries most often. Not here in the United States. And I just think her wearing of the hijab is very disrespectful. I don't believe that she could even convert. I don't believe she even read the Quran. It's a big book. It's big. It took me probably close to a year to read it. I read it twice. I read it in English and then I read it in Arabic. So I read it in Arabic and I had translations, but they would say, read it in Arabic as well. Okay. So I really didn't get anything out of that, even being of Arab descent, because I don't know Arabic, except the bad words. So, she's just, I don't know if she's desperate, but again, I don't know what's in it for her. She had a whole arc about it a few years back. About what, Bebop? She's done this before? I mean, I know that other guy has been kind of in her life off and on, the other Middle Eastern guy. But this rush to get married, I'm not buying it. Oh, she had a hysterectomy. Well, there you go. So again, often and first of all, she's not a virgin, and if he was Americanized or Canadianized, whatever they call it, in Canada, some of those things can be overlooked if a Muslim family is Americanized, okay? Their kids will just be like, I can't follow this culture, if they were born and raised here. But the culture mainly, you got to be a virgin, and if they found out ahead of time you had a hysterectomy, you're not worth it to them because you cannot carry the family name. You have no one to hand it down to. So again, whatever she's getting out of this is extremely risky. By putting her in trouble with the law, she would literally have to live with him because she will get investigated. She will have immigration come by, hey Tracy, and check their closets, interview them separately, interview his extended family members, even if they're not in Canada. And if she's found responsible for aiding in getting someone over here, she goes to jail, to prison. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is it that she's benefiting from that she would take that risk? Or is she that stupid? And why did she have to go to Kuwait? Why didn't he come to Canada? And is he sleeping with her? Like, think about it. Tracy, good to see you. Next time she shows him watch his body language, his facial expressions. It's almost like you know what he's thinking. Like, is this worth it? And there's no way his family would approve of this. There is no way. So either he's been disowned. We're talking about Foodie Beauty and her marriage. She's in Kuwait, already married to a Kuwaiti. She's married into the Muslim culture. Supposedly she hasn't converted yet, and that's another thing. It's very rare that they'll allow marriages from a different faith. Very rare. Without consequences, like we're disowning you, or don't bring her around, but basically they'll disown. So what's this guy's history? What does he do for work? That he can only bring her McDonald's chicken fillet sandwiches. You flew all the way to Kuwait, Foodie Beauty, to go to Burger King. So that to me is like, well, I mean, is that that's their honeymoon. That's their honeymoon. I don't see any gold bangles on her, which is, when you're engaged, the family gives a lot of gifts of gold. I see no jewelry on her except the wedding band, which I don't even know is real. And where's the diamond? Where is the diamond? He's a cheat. I don't like him already. Are her standards that low? Like I said, I didn't always follow her because I found her to be disgusting. She's very immature. It's like she stopped growing mentally when she hit 12. Looking for attention, the low self-esteem. She's an embarrassment. So I cannot imagine that's the last family. I think it's a whole scam. And he could have taken her to any guy in the hood, right? And said to Foodie, this is an imam, who's like the head of the mosque, okay? Like a priest is the head of the Catholic Church, runs, does the marriages. A rabbi does Jewish weddings. He could have brought her to anybody and said, this is an imam, and he's going to marry us, and presented false paperwork, the just in case I don't go through with this, and abandoned Foodie Beauty in Kuwait. And I hope she has the number to the embassy. I really do. That's the first thing she should have packed, was the number to the embassy for Canadians in Kuwait. Why isn't my chat going up? Is it delayed? So there's something about watching somebody wreck their life that's just, I wouldn't call it entertaining. It's so outrageous to me. And for someone her age, like I said, she's definitely mentally stunted. And she tries to excuse her behaviors by just pretending to be spur of the moment person. I've always been like this. No, you haven't. You're desperate. You are desperate. Or there's something there for you that you can't resist, that you're gaining from. And that you would lower yourself to fly all the way to Kuwait, supposedly get married, you're on your honeymoon. He doesn't take you in public places where there's people. Everything is deserted. Everywhere they go is deserted. Or people on their bikes that go by really fast, or cars. So that's suspicious to me, that he's ashamed of her. But he knew what he was getting, and he found someone very vulnerable, very vulnerable. And she's going to be there 3 months. 3 months she's going to be there. And I can guarantee you she'll be back before 3 months are up. She will be back. And she's probably starving. She probably is dying to sneak out, go to the Burger King, and just get a shitload of food and shove it down her mouth. Because these dainty little bites that she's pulling off are so ridiculous. And she said to him, I've been walking a lot today, so I deserve this. Like when he gave her the Burger King junk food, and it's like, wow, come on, Foodie Beauty. He's seen her channel, but she's trying to play, she's proper, has manners, good etiquette, no. So, anyway, so I'm going to go live tonight. I don't know what time. God, it's 5 o'clock. It feels like it's 9 p.m. We're gonna talk about Farmhouse Lady and that community post again. She did take down the tags for me, and I also noticed she took the tag down for BBT in that community post, but it's not enough. It's not enough. You're still accusing YouTubers. So in my mind, you're accusing all the ex-Ramblers of calling CPS, and you have no proof. You can't do that. You can't do it. So, and that shows your character. That really does. It shows that you're ignorant, you're stupid, that you would just write things out, and you're dangerous. You are dangerous because that is real life. When you write something like that, real life doesn't mean you're gonna touch, go out physically and be in my town. But when you make accusations like that, when CPS is supposedly involved, okay, that's touching someone's real life. So, and with mandated reporters, you're touching their livelihood, okay? You're dangerous, lady. You're dangerous. And she's not the mummy rambling supporter you think she is. She's not. And I hope tonight that someone in chat who knows her, I know Randy was great last night and came up on my live for a little bit, just explain her persona a little bit more. But there's more to it. She's a flip-flopper, or she's a behind-the-scenes troublemaker. So now she's back with Mummy Ramblings, but she's done a lot of shit behind the scene as well. And maybe we'll get somebody who knows about that stuff more to come up and take a link, or at least write in chat what they know about her. If you go to my comment section in my live stream from last night, I think it's Evie, wrote a very detailed comment, which I appreciate, describing Farmhouse Green Acres Lady with her past behaviors on YouTube. So she's somebody that you need to stay away from. God, my chat's not coming. Nobody chatting? There we go. Oh, no. What did I do? Bean pop. So I got StreamYard's Unlimited. I did a test thing this afternoon, but only for my phone. I'm going to go use it on the laptop. I don't see, they don't seem to offer more music to play in the background. This is for the $25 a month. Bebop, that's okay. There's no, the only thing is that you get unlimited, and that's $25 a month. That's a lot. It just doesn't seem like it offers much more But then they have another plan, which is like $49 a month or whatever. You know, they get you either way. But my concern is just being able to go live without watching the hours now. And you can cancel at any time. I didn't buy the yearly plan. I went month to month. So, anywho, so nothing else has been going on. It was a nice day. I went to the mall, got a Christmas gift. I cleaned the house a little bit. Hank sheds, and I've never had a dog that sheds. And it's amazing, the hair. And he's going to the spa Thursday, by the way. Hank is our foster dog that we've had since June. There's a picture of him on the community post. He had a field trip yesterday. My daughter took him out. And, God, the amount of hair that you sweep up. And I washed his blanket today. When I put it in the dryer, I went outside, and all this, like, hair is flying out of my dryer vent. And I'm like, oh, my God. So, and his owner, yeah, he's going to the spa Thursday. He's getting a bath, you know, with a little perfume at the end. He's getting his nails trimmed. His owner takes very good care of him. You know, any vet bills, you know, she's physically disabled, can walk with a walker, but, you know, she needs assistance, and, you know, we'll go with her if he needs to go to the vet, or if he needs to, where he's going to the spa on Thursday. I've tried to bathe him. It's not easy. My dog I had previously was 7 pounds. This dog is big, and just trying to shampoo it and rinse it out, and it's a lot of work. So, and he's 15, and he likes going for walks, and sometimes he even runs, and he'll drag me with him, and I tripped a couple of times, actually. I didn't hurt myself, but I'm like, whoa, you know, he's like a sleigh dog. So, you know, but I do worry about him, because even at home, at rest, sometimes I see him panting, and I'm like, oh my God, like, is that his heart? You know, is that congestive heart failure? But again, his owner takes very good care. Like, you know, if anything's wrong with him, we let her know, and she'll bring him to the vet. She does lab work, all that stuff. So, anyway, I'm gonna start driving out of here, because it's getting really creepy. It's getting creepy here. I'm bummed that I missed the sunset, but there was too much traffic. I wasn't gonna make it. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how the weather goes. What is it? I just don't wanna dox myself. And I'm sure, you know, with me bringing attention to Farmhouse, Mommy Ramblings is enjoying this, because she enjoys seeing, inciting hate, and, you know, getting her flying monkeys to do her work. And you'll notice that Mommy Ramblings doesn't comment a lot in people's posts, but she did comment on her channel. And it's all about, you know, us, you know, how horrible we are. And I'll tell you something, if CPS was involved with her, a lot of people are saying, you know what, it was warranted. So stick that in your pipe. And anybody could have reported her if it was reported. And it's interesting that you don't see her kids anymore on camera. Okay? So if you're calling that a fake CPS call, why aren't her kids in camera anymore? Why aren't they running around? Even Jimmy doesn't show himself as much anymore. So obviously, whatever happened had to be warranted. And it could have been anybody that called. Anybody. You know, people are too quick to blame YouTubers for everything. And it's not right, period. It pisses me off. God, the traffic. It's the commuter traffic. So hungry. So hungry. So Farmhouse, if you're listening, put down your Walmart haul basket and lean in a little bit. You take the community post down. You take it down. Show the proof. And again, I'm going live tonight, so take a link. Take a link. And the thing was, she tagged me. And I was like, okay, and I commented on her page, which is not showing, and I told her, okay, I'm going live, take a link, and then she called me trash, she called me a bitch, she's like, why would I take a link? Because you tagged me, you wanted my attention, you've got it, and now you want to run. That's a coward, that's a bully. That's a bully. And you know, if you come up on my channel, I'm not going to, like, yell at you. I'm going to treat you fairly. I want to know where your proof is and why, what, you know, to write something like that. You know, what proof did you have where you felt you could actually write that and make a statement that YouTubers called CPS? Among these families. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have every right to ask that. I'm going to stop in a second. Anybody want anything? You want some coffee? You want a Dunkin'? Now gas is going up. $4.09. What the hell? Why? I didn't check my Powerball ticket that I played last night. I'm pretty sure I won. So you probably won't be seeing me by next week. I'll probably leave YouTube since I don't have to work for my money here anymore. Just kidding. $6.09 for diesel. Jeez. Now we got what a view this is. Hey, Black Eagle. You best not be looking at chat and driving. No, I didn't. I absolutely did not. Who was doing it the other night? Look, I'm guilty. Somebody was reading chat. Oh my God, who was it? Was it Betty? Blowhard Betty? There was somebody over there, and I'm like, they were really looking at it, like eyes off the road for like 5 to 10 seconds, and I'm like, holy shit. You saw that? Who was it? Bread is $5, eggs as well. Look at it, it's called the worldwide diet, inflation, you know. I went into the store to buy a bottle of water that's usually Poland Spring, 99 cents. It is $1.89 for one regular bottle of Poland Spring, which I didn't buy it. I was like, I could buy a case of it for that much. So yeah, the worldwide diet now. We're all losing weight because of inflation. I know, Black Eagle. I know. It's a good time last night, Black Eagle. You ready for round 2 tonight with Farmhouse Green Acre Lady? Her community, the tags are off, but she still has a community post that YouTubers called CPS. And I wanted to show the proof. I'm going to be her. I'm going to be like, what about Bob? Everywhere she turns, I'm going to be going live. And all she has to do is take it down. That's all she has to do is take down the entire post. And people think or feel she owes a public apology, which will never happen. Will never happen. What did Frilly Farmhouse say? You didn't see her post. It's a month ago in her community page. She tags Mommy Ramblings, with the @ signal, to how disgusted she is that YouTubers called CPS on Mommy Ramblings. And she also tagged me in BBT. So I went live last night. She first hit her channel. It was like, really? But it didn't hide her community post. And she did take my name off in BBTs. But she didn't take the post down because she's accusing YouTubers without proof of, and a lot of these YouTubers are mandated reporters. You can't do that. You can't. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people just shooting shit out of their ass without proof, and saying whatever. I mean, again, we could start a rumor about her, and it would go around YouTube 10 times and fast. So, do you want to be on the other side as being a recipient, Frilly Farmhouse Green Acre Lady, to something that's not true? Or do you just want to delete the community post, apologize, and say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't post things I have absolutely no proof over? But she's Rambling's friend now. Now. She wasn't before. She's her friend now. So we have Mommy Ramblings to thank for that shit too. Nobody starts rumors about me. Do you have your channel anymore? I wanted to put your channel link in my description after my live. I couldn't find you. Knitting Artisan, yes it is. Do you know her? Are you familiar with her? Apparently, she's a troublemaker. She had some dealings with Catsbat, too. That wasn't very nice of her, from what I hear. She's one of those people that pretends to be your friend and talks shit behind your back, as she did with Mommy Ramblings. But as long as you're a body in Mommy Ramblings' channel, Mommy Ramblings doesn't care. As long as you're a view in a body and she can control you, you're good. You're good. I can't really open up this Gatorade. I've seen her post things that were out of left field, not very familiar because of weird stuff I have seen her say. Yes, and Randy brought this up too, that her community post is very passive aggressive. She puts these quotes about life and you're okay and time to move on to the next chapter, and then make a post tearing a bunch of people down. Those are the people that you've got to be cautious of. Okay, it's like a cover up. to pretend they're really nice, but they're not. They're not. But this is YouTube, Farmhouse. This is how it rolls. Everyone gets a turn. Remember that. Everybody gets a turn. And maybe you should, learn what it's like to get a turn. You're a professional sub. I'm working on my bitch face, my standing bitch face, which is SBA, standing bitch, STB, standing bitch face. So, when I do cam up, I'm working really hard on being a little bit more dramatic and work on my insults. So be patient with pink. I'm not as good as a lot of other creators are with drama. They can just fly things right off their heads, and go after people. But I'm practicing. That's rich. Hey, Jenny, how are you? I'm practicing to be really nasty. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for your patience. And I'm at the point where over the years we established friendships, right, that have lasted. So when you go after someone's friend or someone else that I'm friends with, I am going to react sometimes. And I think this is the first. Well, I've defended BBT, so it's not the first time I've like Wendy V. Well, why did you get yourself involved in it? Well, because Mommy Ramblings was hurting one of my friends. That's why. So, and now you get this Farmhouse chick hurting a lot of my friends with a wrong accusation that's damaging, defaming, and yeah, I'm going to stick up. I'm going to stick up for them. Period. Just as you, Farmhouse, stick up for Mummy's Gamblings. Okay, it goes both ways. Welcome to YouTube. Buckle up, Buttercup. Buckle up. Hey, Lori, how are you? Do you remember there was a time on YouTube when people actually apologized, and when they were wrong, they said they were wrong? Now it's just like, nope, not gonna do it, I don't care, I know I'm wrong, nope, not gonna do it. And the new YouTubers that come in, why is it all of them, and I say new, like came in after the OGs, why is it whatever they go through, they've had it the worst? They've had it the worst. Nobody else. They've had it the worst. Their life was threatened. They're, by a text. But they've had it the worst. So it's no longer coming together and saying, all of this is wrong. No, it's I, me. I had it the worst. Oh, good for you. Here's a sticker, because that's all you're going to get from me. Or maybe a cookie, if I like you. But this, this grandiose thinking of it's all about you, okay? But you tend to forget that's happened to a lot of people, and we don't measure, who got it worse. The fact that it happens is bad enough, the real life stuff. But no, these new YouTubers, and they didn't come in establishing true friendships where they actually have a good time on YouTube. That sucks. Now they come into YouTube and it's total chaos right off the bat. So they don't know what it used to be like when YouTube was cool to hang out with, when we look forward to it, when we were congratulated for becoming monetized, when we were deserving of super chats and donations, and now you get all these people who came in after us who feel entitled. I can get monetized. You don't deserve to get monetized. You made your channel off of me. It's so immature. It's so selfish, and it's like, are you kidding? Dirty MRB. Well, hopefully she's staying quiet. Someone said, I don't know, she went off about a box or something she has. It's probably full of shells. But again, remember, MRB is materialistic. I haven't watched it, but I have a sense that she's probably excited about the box because it has inanimate objects in it. It's not like the birth of a baby or a grandchild. She's probably excited because it has stuff in it, right? And we know that she bonds with items and not people. So if she's grateful, it will never be for anyone. It will be for something, like an object. But again, I haven't watched this video. I don't know what her gig is with this box thing. Whether it's a surprise or like some cliffhanger, like, oh my God, tune in, I got a box, not like tune in, my daughter or son had a baby and I'm a grandmother, you know what I mean, something like that. No, tune in, I got a box with something in it, like, really? The shells. Those damn shells, Jenny. Those damn shells. So it's either full of shells, or full of napkins, or full of mini Emmas, sex toys. What else could it be full of? Full of crap. But it's definitely it's her thrill comes from objects, her bonding. Hey Rosie, how are you? Well, good luck at your doctor's. Object attachment. Oh, definitely. I picked that up a long time ago with her. Like, she's more excited over objects than she is people. Sexy time toys. She'll be disappointed. Well, you know what? I really hope that she at least has an adequate, pleasing sex life. You got to give her something. I mean, hopefully she finds pleasure somewhere in her life. Hey Joshua, what's up? How you doing? And I know she does watch my channel, so maybe I should have a sexy trivia night again soon, since now I am on StreamYards Unlimited. And we all benefit from sexy trivia nights. Even I do. Because many of us grew up in the dark when it came to sex, right? It was dirty, or you had to have the lights off. Some people literally were taught you're only to have it unless you plan on making a baby. I mean, very dark. Very dark. So, and we live in a society now where body image is like, you have to be a certain size, a certain shape, a certain weight. It doesn't matter what size you are. You are beautiful the way you are. And a lot of women, especially, never really looked at their bodies. and really explored their bodies and found the beauty in every part of their body, and really examine themselves, So we benefit from Sexy Trivia Night. Maybe MRB will too. Maybe I can teach her something. They're not nasty. The Sexy Trivia Nights are fun. They are fun. We go back to sex in the Victorian ages, the pubic wigs, right? It's very interesting. People are pissed at me because I choose to be celibate. Yeah, that's unfortunately in our culture. There's automatically, it's like there's something wrong with you, or if you're dating and you want to wait till you're married, forget it. They don't stick around, and that's sad. That's sad. That you have to feel pressured with somebody that you're not married to, if you don't choose to have sex, that it makes you uncomfortable, that you have to fear rejection, that should be honored. So good for you. Good for you. And, the culture that's developed, or your problem is you just haven't gotten banged. You know what I'm saying? You're so uptight. You need a good bang. Like that's the solution to everything. But we debunk those myths on Sexy Trivia Night. We debunk those, and I promise you'll leave learning something new every time. Too many demons, and I don't want them spreading to me. Fascinated with Freud's work in Victorian age. Yeah, the Victorian age. I mean, look at the pubic wigs still exist. You can still purchase pubic wigs. We have the Victorian age to thank for, although they used it more to conceal STIs, okay? Sexually transmitted infections, also past known as STDs. But now they've evolved where you can use it cosmetically to have fun, Yeah, look it up. Pubic wigs, click images, and have fun. Victorian age is pretty cool. Yeah, and the woman there, I mean, going back in documentaries and, it looked like a pretty cool age, to be in. Except when people would die and they would take pictures of their loved ones with them. We could show pictures of that tonight. I don't know if that's against TOS, but it's in YouTube. They prop the bodies up, standing up, and, pictures with but you had to be wealthy. You had to have money back then, but that was how they remembered their loved one. Can you imagine losing your loved one and you have a photographer come in and prop the body up and take a family photo? And it was amazing that the prosthetics they used for the eyes, and they hand painted. They were like glass contact lenses, and they would hand paint the eye itself, the pupil, and that's called American pink. Hey, buddy cat, how are you? I wonder if Science Girl has ever gotten a request for that. I'll have to ask her. I mean, I don't think it's illegal to take a picture of your loved one when they passed. A lot of people do it at funeral homes, and what I know, I like to remember my loved one when they were alive, but that's what they did back then. They posed them to make them look alive, and that's how they wanted to remember them. It's still part of the family. and they would take photographs. Buddy cat a merkin for your gherkin. So, how are you guys doing? Like, do you find that, like, when you go out on YouTube now to look for a place to land, everybody's fight. Everybody is fighting. Mighty Cat says, I'm dead. Yes, Sleeping Bear. Yeah, death photos very common in Europe way back. I mean, people used to have their funerals in their living room. Funeral homes, you didn't go to a funeral home. You would have your loved one in a casket in your living room for like the entire week. Oh my God, it's noisy. Oh my God, this truck is like a monster truck next to me. What in the heck? Do you guys call gherkins pickles? Honestly, I don't know what a gherkin. You guys call gherkin pickles. I don't like pickles. Oh my God, if she got Lucy's stuff, I will be sick. Yeah, people get their dogs stuffed. I had a patient once when I did visiting nursing whose cat was stuffed. I thought it was a stuffed animal. I didn't believe her when she told me. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it was. It was her cat. Like, would you have your loved one stuffed? Right? Sweet baby pickles. I'm not a pickle fan. I like cucumbers, but not pickles. Pickle is a funny word. Well, look up the origin of it. It must be Latin for something, Black Eagle. You're making oatmeal, butter, cinnamon, brown sugar, and blueberries. Oh, that sounds good. I'm starving. What did I eat today? I had a Boost, which is like an Ensure. I had some chips with clam dip. I think that's it. I think I need to eat supper. You like bread and butter pickles. I mean, I don't hate them, but it's not something I would typically buy. You know, a jar of pickles. Oatmeal sounds good. I like maple brown sugar oatmeal. Make oatmeal and put brown sugar in it. And blueberries. Or bananas. Hey Becky, how are you? So, I don't know, add a little baking powder, bake at 350 for 20 minutes. It makes a great snack bar. What does? I'm good. Maple and brown sugar, I have some. Yeah. Or you can just buy the packages of, what is it, Quaker Oats? I got deprogrammed from a YouTuber. What does that mean? You got deprogrammed? You got your channel taken down? Yes, the oats. A lot of people eat them cold too. I can't do it. Means I left. Means I left. I left from a YouTuber. Who did you leave from, Sleeping Bear? Care to share? You're safe here, I promise. It's safe here. And my mods are great. They don't bully. They do their job. Now you see channels with mods in them and they bully. They bully. They're horrible. So you don't feel safe, but you're safe here. Bitey would know. Oh, is it Merb? Did Merb lose another subscriber? Fried green tomatoes. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. You'll feel better. You'll feel it will come automatically, I'm sure. Hopefully she won't go after you. She tends to do that, even if you stay incognito and don't even mention her. She'll bring you, hopefully she won't. But patterns are important, and this is what we see with her. I saw you are a Manday reporter recently. Heavens to Betsy, do you publicly say what you do? Yes, congratulations for her for leaving the dark side. She's dangerous. She's just, in my opinion, she's dangerous. You know, in YouTube, you know, she's become so desensitized that she is upping the ante, you know what I mean? And thinking nothing of picking up the phone and calling the cops on somebody. Knowing that that already happened to her. And that she once said she wishes no one to ever, whether it's a SWAT or just the police showing up, same thing. They all carry weapons, okay? So she thinks of nothing to pick up a phone, give her name, and reach out to police and lie to them. And because she enjoys inflicting pain, it's very sadistic on other people. And I'm not just saying that because I feel like that. I've watched her actions, and it's dangerous now with her. If it happened to her. Yeah. But she did say she wishes it never happens to anybody. So anyone that shows up to your house with a weapon, doesn't have to be a SWAT, it can just be the police, that can turn very dangerous. People have been known to have their cell phones in their hands, and cops have taken it for weapons. I mean, please, you know. And they don't know approaching, you know, if it's true or not. They have to investigate. So when you hear people say, no, the cops, no, you know, they don't even come to my house anymore. No, they have to come to every single call they receive. They have to come to your home. So, Sleeping Bear, you're in a safe place. Trust me, I won't be playing no sexy trivia. All right, know it all, Black Eagle. I am, but if she keeps emailing me, just throw her email into spam. You know, just put your settings on where any emails from her go right into your spam box, so you don't have to see it show up. You have to completely, best case scenario is just ignore her, because this is what they'll do now. She'll try to get you back, or she'll try to, you know, use her control or superiority because you're making her feel inferior now. Okay, so she's going to do that. She just can't accept the fact that people go on for they leave for whatever reasons, you know, and that's a person's right. When you unsubscribe from a channel, do you get creators emailing you? Why did you unsubscribe? Why did you leave me? You know, like, back off. Yeah, ignore her. That's not to say she won't bring you up, because she has a history of, even people who've ignored her, she'll start to assassinate people's character. So be prepared. Hopefully she won't do it. look at, I have subscribers come and go. I'm not going to sit there and track you down. Why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? Who cares? And already, her channel speaks for itself now. For someone who has 300 subscribers. Someone mentioned last night that she's not even hitting 1,000 views. And this is someone who, this is her livelihood. So in real life, that would mean when you basically have a liquidation sale, sell all your shelves, all right, and close up shop. Or get a financial advisor or somebody, who can help you improve your business, since you claim to be a business, which you're not. Hey, Gingerlocks, good to see you. I feel like it's been forever. But, according to the Ramblers, everybody who leaves is Sleeping Cat. Was that your name? You don't have to tell me if that wasn't your name in there. But I know I have some people in here that made a completely new avatar, different name, because she does watch other people's channels and she does question them. Why haven't you been in her channel? Why are you over in this channel? Why do you have a wrench? Unless you have at least 200K to make money. You could have 200K subs and still have only a few people show up in your live. It depends. I mean, if you're not entertaining or giving people what they want, they're not going to come. Period. I think my projection is, I think when she started with the shells, that was a bit too much. Her obsession, with shells and objects and people coming in, new people that would come in, and she would give them the third degree. Haven't seen you before. What brought you here? Like, bye. Very rude, very condescending. I have new people that come in. I don't know if they're trolls or not. I welcome them, regardless. Not her. Like, that's like me telling you, Sleeping Cats, haven't seen you before. You must be a troll. That's what she does. It's not a moneymaker job. No. Not at all. I wouldn't want it for a job. No way. Maybe it's just me, but her thumbnails look like Goodwill stuff. I haven't been over in her channel in a while. I have no idea. Yeah, gotta watch the behaviors. So you're not gonna grow your channel by treating people like that who come in for the first time. I subbed to a couple of channels recently and said hi. I was welcomed. I was welcomed by chat. I was, if the creators saw it, they'd mention me, in a positive way, thank me for being there. Not her. What are you doing here? What brought you here? You must be a troll. I've never seen you before. So, yeah, all the weird knickknacks and dust collectors. Yeah, you start to feel kind of smothered after a while, just surrounding yourself with junk, all the time. It's all the time. Once in a while, yeah, that's fine, but all the time, it's just junk. She's got enough shells there to probably sell until 2027. she would mass message me, why am I over at someone's YouTube? Seriously upsetting. Yeah, that's not fair. I'm sorry she did that to you. That's not right. That's so intrusive on your privacy. That's not right. Period. You know, if she wants to keep her subs, then she needs to change her behavior. She needs to change a lot of things. And unfortunately, I've said it before, when the Watts case came out, everyone grabbed it. They gained a lot of subs. It was an easy case. It really was. The discovery was available to everyone. There were how many pages of discovery there were? People were subbing to a lot of people just to get updates on him, and it didn't take a lot of effort. So now that that's gone to the wayside, you got to start working. You got to start working. And you see the residual. You see the people who just aren't cut out to be true crime creators. And they don't have the audience they used to have. Well, you got to do better, you know. If things aren't changing and things are staying the same all the time, then it's you as the creator that has to change, not your subscribers, not objects, shells, or whatever. It's you as a creator. You need a different strategy. Change, yeah. So can I ask you, at what point did you? I know you must have recently left, but was this something that you wanted to do a long time ago, or did you just see the light? I'm just curious as to what was the defining moment just to say bye. And I think too, a lot of people who are still there, and someone mentioned it before, is that you do establish connections within the chat, and it's like a gathering place, right, for you to see your friends, or as opposed to be there for the creator. You know what I mean? So you're making me very hungry, knitting artisan. Hey, Earth Angel, how are you? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? Where have you been, Earth Angel? Just kidding. Hey, Beth. Good to see you, too. How have you been? Thanks, Earth Angel. I just questioned a lot of what she was saying. I would go to the vet, and I would go to vet, and nothing she said happened. Can you rephrase that? I don't think I followed the last part of that. Yes, Earth Angel, everyone's fighting. Everyone. It's getting boring. And I've noticed everybody's had it worse than the other person. It's now a competition. Nope, I had it the worst. This is the worst thing that any creator could go through. No matter what people go through, when people touch your real life, it's bad on any level of measurement. It's not acceptable. But now it's like everyone's competing. I've heard it from so many creators. I heard it today from someone. I've had it the worst. And I'm like, first of all, no, you haven't, because you have nothing to compare it to. But these are also people that come in and they're willing participants in the fighting, right? Just as I am, and unfortunately, we open ourselves and our lives up to nutcases out there. So, especially if you have, I'll tell you one thing, if my kids were young and I went through all this real life stuff, I wouldn't be here. Absolutely would not be here. Did research on what Natasha Cooper said, for instance. Natasha never said it. She tried to verify what she said and could not corroborate her stories. Yeah, she never can. Yeah, yeah, sleeping. And I think that's what it takes for a lot of people is they have to go through the journey. You know, we can say, oh, leave, don't go there, but no, you have to go through that journey yourself to really fully understand, you know, when you come to make a decision to leave, there's no regrets. There's no questioning yourself, did I do the right thing? And unfortunately, a lot of times we get hurt in that process, but that's what it takes. Yeah, Josh, I hear you. Over and over, I would go listen to who was attacking her, and it never was. Because her following just takes what she says for granted. Look she could say anything, and her subs are like, really? Wow, that's awful. Like, you know, YouTubers called CPS on you. All she has to do is say it, and they believe her. I mean, can you imagine in real life? If she tried to pull this off in her real life, she'd probably be institutionalized. But YouTube, social media does that. It creates a sense of superiority, and they're going to listen to me, and they're going to believe me, and it's crazy. Go verify it. Yeah. Yeah, no, Mummy Realmix can't do that. She can't do that. She did verify, though, her dog was dead. We all witnessed, most of us witnessed that. Okay? She actually showed her dead dog who got hit by a car. Okay? But that's not how you do it. And it was funny because she said at the beginning, I'm going to show my dead dog because nobody believes me anyway. No, we don't. But that's not the way to do it. You don't show proof by going and showing your dead dog bleeding on a porch floor with your kid sitting next to it. She tried that with me, and I said bye-bye. How many people have left her channel? And yet she still thinks, it's everyone else's fault, not her fault. That's a narcissist. That's, you know, the feeling of wanting to be superior at all times. But they are the most inferior feeling people on the planet. And that's why they do this. I do too, Joshua. I'm very good at it too. I'm very good at disconnecting with people. And I think that's just based on our experiences, How many times do we want to get hurt? It's self-preservation. There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't mean, we're at fault. It just means that, I don't got time for this shit anymore. Hey, Oakwood, offering advice to a certain creator at this point is much like being in the wind. Absolutely right. Yeah, Black Eagle. It wasn't until the creation of social media when I realized how big this world truly is and how flawed it truly is. And there are times I just wish that I could go back to the days pre-internet and just remember the peace. And once in a while you'd hear a crime story on the news or, but there's no shock value anymore. The internet, it's got its good points, but it's certainly a very toxic place. People that are traumatized can be controlled. People in fear are easily controlled. Think about how much trauma goes on in her channel. And she's true crime, right? Because someone told me that she did a thing on Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter wasn't murdered. I mean, I'm just curious what her stance was on that. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm just curious, like, why is he in a true crime channel? Like, did I miss something? Was he murdered? Is he missing? Yeah, true crime. Hey there, Angela. Angela, my tree's blooming. I've got like 6 blooms on it. This is the last week of warm weather here, so it's do or die for my sunflower tree. There's almost 100 buds on this tree. No, it's not a pot plant. It's a Mexican sunflower tree. It is at least 10 feet tall by now, and it has 6 blooms on it. We're going to plant it earlier next year. Like I said, my son just threw seeds down, and he was like, everyone forgot there were even seeds in there. Nobody watered it, and out of all the seeds, 1 seed sprouted, and that was the tree, the one tree we have. And it's important, too, to create boundaries going forward in life with people. Instead of getting to the point where you don't know how to communicate with somebody or it's gone too far, if you create boundaries at the start, it's better. It's much better to create boundaries with other people, which I never did. Never really did. She basically talks about anyone who's dead because those aren't her tragedies. Oh, wow, that's very true, Mighty Cat. Hope you save the seeds. Nah, can't be bothered. I'll just buy a packet next spring. Hey, Denise. I wasn't there long, but I wasn't liking what I was seeing. I did my homework and listened to the truth channels. Not everyone is lying. About what? Where were you that you didn't like what you were seeing? Joshua says, sleeping bear, that's how narcissists are, talk crap about everyone, but can't take it and have to know what others are we saying. Well, we don't care. Exactly. They can come off as looking confident, right? But inside, it's a mess. They're a mess. They feel very inferior, very paranoid. Who's talking about me? What are they saying? But their exterior, they can come off, like grandiose narcissists, come off as being very confident sometimes. But yeah, it's on the exterior, but what's going on inside is where the mess is with these narcissists. She blamed the hate channels for everything. Yeah, and after a while, when someone's been on YouTube for 4 years, 5, 6 years, whatever, and they've not once taken accountability, kind of gives you a hint, that they're never going to. You know, it's basically telling on themselves. Even fake it. Can you fake an apology? Just fake one. But they can't. They will never, ever say they're sorry, even to try to fake it. The hate channels. Oh, I love the hate channels. Very lovely people. Very lovely people. But again, narcissists have to feel superior. Every channel around them or every person around them, to them, are people of hate. And I can guarantee it, even the subscribers they have no love for them. It's where they can sit and control a group that builds up their ego, okay? But to love them, establish bonds with them, no. It will never happen. It will never happen. Because when they do leave, we've seen how they're attacked. If you truly loved a person and they've left, you know, you would mourn their loss, right? And want to do better or say, hey, let's talk. You wouldn't destroy their character or try to destroy their character. And all that time, when you look back, and all that time you're friends with a narcissist, and then you realize that's how they always thought about me. You know? Why were they my friends? They were never your friend in the first place. They were never your friends because they wouldn't have done what they did when you left them or you did something that they didn't agree with. They're not your friends, period. Well, I'm sure a hate channel, according to her, Debbie, is just a channel that doesn't agree with her. So she's dubbed it hate, and that is a powerful word. That is a powerful word to use to describe a channel, the hate channels. But she's very dramatic. She's going to go to the extreme. Instead of saying, you know, a channel, you know, a bullying channel, or, you know, she's got to go to the extreme hate channel. Sounds better, doesn't it? Instead of saying, you know, those are just people that don't agree with me. Sounds better to use the word hate. She's filled with it. She reads out so many gruesome details about every recent child murder as though she's covering a case. It's ugly news read in monotone for zero purpose. Yeah, and it's read from articles. Like, where's the research? When you're a true crime creator, you do your research. You bring up things to the table that aren't in the article that you've discovered or you can debate about. You read an article and that's it. I mean, so you're taking the job of the journalist, right? You're taking their work and using it, and who does the credit go to? It should go to the journalist. It's not a true crime channel. MRB calls them hate channels. When I started listening to BBT, Body Cat, HTTN, Hell to the No, my eyes were opened so much. They show proof. Well, yeah, proof is important. It's absolutely important. That's how life works. There's not plagiarism. If you take ownership of it, if you were to say, you know, I don't know if the fact that I don't know, maybe she does. In her description, does she give credit to the journalist or the author? like when I do the podcast, that's not my work. I'll put in their website, I'll put in their names, I'll encourage people to subscribe, but you can't take credit for someone else's work. I don't know if it's called plagiarism, but it's similar, where you don't give credit to the author or the journalist. That is wrong. You're taking their work and using it for your advantage and not giving them recognition or doing it without their permission. Now, I know with my podcast, in fact, I've gotten 2 emails from the podcasts I've done because I've asked for permission. And that's what you should do. That's what really you should do before you start playing their stuff. But if anything, you need to acknowledge their names, their websites, any identifying information from that journalist. The newspaper article, what newspaper did it come from? Put the link into the article, okay? But you can't just do it and come off like, like you did all the work. You didn't do nothing. You're reading from someone who did their own investigation, who made their own phone calls, who inquired, who did interviews, perhaps. So that's sleazy. It's very sleazy. And it's wrong. Hey, voices. That's what most narcissistic, selfish people do. Correct. And that's one reason why people's channels don't do well, and it's the same crap over and over and over. So when your numbers go down, your sub counts go down, whatever, you gotta find a new strategy. And it's okay. People fail. It's okay. Just try again and try a different way. But to do the same thing over and over and expect different results, yeah, it's insanity. We all know that. It's insanity. So when she's doing the same thing over and over and over and over, year after year, month after month, you're not going to get the engagement that you once did, especially with the Watts case done. You're not going to. It's just impossible. Statistically, you can't do it. It's like eating, the same food every day. At some point, you get bored of it. You want something different. You need stimulation, You're going to start your own channel? Joshua, that would be great. Yeah, let me know. I'll definitely share your channel. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Yeah, we'll support your channel, definitely. And, people who now want to start a new channel have a bit of an advantage because they've already seen what's been going on, the do's and the don'ts. It doesn't necessarily have to be all trial and error. They already know the do's and the don'ts. And so I think it's great. I'm happy to hear that. Hey, Mandy. Voices in an episode of Mob Wives. Love those voices and accents. Yeah, it was a good live. I think I could have been a little bit more bitchier, but I'm learning. And if people want to call me drama, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. That's what I say. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of drama once in a while. It's for views. Yeah, no. I don't even have memberships. Okay? It's for views and money. And I think if I ever do get memberships, the only thing I like about membership is you can do, I think, private lives. I think where they're not even out there in public. But I honestly don't know if I could. I don't know what Yeah, you said it's members only. Putting in the work. I mean, you've got to provide a service to your subscribers. They're paying you. So, and I don't want to disappoint. So I don't know what it entails. So you see a video 24 hours before it gets on YouTube. To me, I'm like, yeah, well, I would want everyone to see. I don't know. It's just a weird thing, this whole membership thing. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm not a member to anyone's channel because I've yet to know what it entails. That's worth paying for. Exactly. You can't charge for membership and just give out an emoji. Yeah, to me, is that all there's to it? There's going to be more to it. You expect something. Right. And I want to provide that. But I don't know what it is we're supposed to give out. Besides emojis. Is it you want to get to know me better? Like, I have no idea what it's about. Voices is happy to pay as a thank you for the regular content. But you can do that without being a member. Do you know what I'm saying? You can say thank you. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't like people turning green and other people aren't. That to me, I don't know. I've been in some chats surrounded by green names, and I'm like, oh, here I am. Here is little old me that doesn't pay to be a member on your channel. Sometimes I feel like a schmuck doing that. Maybe report live from your tub. Oh, like Star Wars agent. You don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that. I don't think people need to turn a color. I think it's very. So I want to use the word discriminatory. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. To be surrounded by green and you're nothing. It's like, here I am. I agree, Joshua. That's people hurt others in order to feel better about themselves. Yeah, and that kind of, with me, borders on sadistic, like psychopath. That they enjoy that, inflicting that kind of trauma. And it is trauma. It's narcissistic injury to the victims for their benefit. But yet they're the most inferior feeling people. That's what blows my mind. They make you feel inferior because they are the most inferior people out there. Thus, the super ego, or the narcissistic, the feeling of I'm going to be superior at whatever cost, because they are so damn inferior feeling. And that's not our fault. Would that be at their upbringing, whether they were the golden child, the scapegoat? Why injure us for something that we didn't cause or create, nor can we cure? It's shitty. It's shitty. But that's why